Happy birthday, Shrek 1, or just simply the entire Shrek franchise in general, with the exception of one installment. Even though all those other films were most likely released on different dates, I'm not exactly sure. But, in general, happy birthday to the Shrek series. Obviously, I think everyone at this point knows what the Shrek films are. They're classics, some of DreamWorks' best films, I'd say, and definitely some of their most memorable. The original Shrek is one of my favorite animated films, and Shrek 2 is even better. Shrek the Third, we don't talk about that. That's a film saved for a future rant and all. There's a lot of films that still need rants, honestly. I've only covered a few so far. Disney live action remakes, Star Whoopie Kid The Long Haul, F the Prom, and something else, I think. Maybe. Could be wrong. Maybe Big World, Big Adventures the film. I think that's basically it from what I can think of. But we're not going to talk about Shrek the Third. That's, again, a story for another time. If you want to watch a video about why Shrek the Third is bad, just watch literally any video talking about Shrek films in general. I think they all mention it. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Unfortunately, today is not the anniversary of Shrek. It was actually yesterday. I'm very sorry because this video came out a day late. I should have known. I have a list of film birthdays and all that have a connection to, you know, anniversaries and stuff like that. And on those days that they got released, eventually, whether it be in America or not, I would make a video for them. I've done so for two of the Wimpy Kid films and maybe something else. And now I get to do it for Shrek. And on the 26th comes something big, one of the biggest films of all time, in fact. And I'm pretty darn excited for that, I must say. So yeah, about Shrek though, the original Shrek, as I said, is a classic. The story is pretty darn great. And I love the characters. I mean, who doesn't? So many lines are quotable. The memes are great. The usage of songs is also nice. The animation is still quite nice to look at as well in a lot of places. It's just simply a really delightful film, and I really am glad that it's become as popular and beloved as it has. Again, from the memes to all the various remixes to people cosplaying, all the great videos that have been made about the Shrek films, or even just simply Shrek Retold, which is also amazing as well. But yeah, Shrek definitely has made quite an impact on society, I must say, and definitely in a good way for the most part, with the exception of some inspirations. As much as Shrek has inspired the minds of many great people, it's also inspired a lot of copycats, whether it be knockoff films, the kind of films from Video Mercurio, which I don't think they ever made a Shrek knockoff to begin with. Somehow I know way too much about bad animated film ripoffs from other countries, from Kiara the Brave to Ratatouille, Ratatouille, Ratatouille. But some of them aren't even just cheap knockoffs either. Well, some of them are, obviously. But one in particular was made by a studio that is definitely not a cheap knockoff, or at least not notorious for them. And that's Disney themselves, because Shrek was kind of the anti-Disney, just simply DreamWorks was that in general for a while, but now they've gained quite a bit more of an identity beyond just that. Thanks to films like Kung Fu Panda, How to Train Your Dragon, etc., making them seem a lot more professional and almost Disney-like at times, indeed, I must say. And other times, they often look like they're constantly appealing to the lowest common denominator, with films like Trolls or The Boss Baby. Ugh. Yeah, those are definitely things for another time, especially The Boss Baby. I was thinking about that earlier today when I was watching some Brave Wilderness rattlesnake videos. Anyways, about Disney though, they decided to get their own hand on making their own little Shrek-like film, and that film is Chicken Little. Ugh. Kind of liked it as a kid, sort of. But yeah, in retrospective, it is definitely not a good film, I'm afraid. Sorry. If you like it, that's fine, but just please tell me how exactly. I found it kind of funny as a kid, but now it's just confusing and unappealing and incredibly mean-spirited and filled with reference humor galore, which, considering films like Show Dogs and other stuff, that's definitely not my kind of taste. But yeah, despite that little problem that Shrek has had on the movie industry, Shrek definitely has had a very important cultural impact, I must say. And also, yesterday was the 20th anniversary of the film. Yeah, can you believe it? 20 years. And it came out 3 years before I was born. And it came out the same year as Monsters, Inc., and the same year as the Jimmy Neutron movie. Man, 2001 was quite the year for Batty, I must say. He loves Monsters, Inc., who doesn't? He loves Shrek. He loves Jimmy Neutron. Wow, 2001 must have been the year. 2001 was his year. 2006 was mine, I must say. With Poseidon, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Wait, no, sorry. Over the Hedge, Cars, Flushed Away, I guess. Uh, Monster House, Poseidon, Night at the Museum. Holy crap, 2006 was quite the year. I mean, Over the Hedge and Flushed Away aren't too important to me, but still, they're pretty darn good films. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, Shrek. So yeah, Shrek absolutely rocks, and if you somehow have not already seen it, please go watch it for yourself and all. It truly does deserve your attention. In short, happy birthday, Shrek. You definitely deserve all the love that you've gotten over the years. And plenty more, I must say, in the future. And yeah, who knows about the whole Shrek 5 thing. Oh yeah, and I almost completely forgot to mention Shrek 4, aka Shrek the Final Chapter. And wow, I might, as a kid, I found it funny and nice and stuff like that, but not really much more than that. At the same time, I still found that way with Shrek the Third, so it doesn't really matter anyways. But thanks to a Shafrillis video, which in that video he didn't make fun of Cars 2 or anything like that at all, for once, thank goodness. Such a breath of fresh air. Yeah, just, he pointed out all the greatness about Shrek 4 and why it deserves so much more love than it gets. And unfortunately, because of the fact that it's the fourth installment and all, people think that it's automatically the worst, similar to how Ice Age works, where the more and more they make, the worse and worse it gets. Or at least, kind of. I think the third film's a bit better than the second, I don't know. Oh, wait, yeah. I'm talking about Ice Age there, not Shrek. Anyways, yeah, go watch that video. And maybe as also the Shrek the Third and Shrek 2 videos from him as well. I don't think he's made a video on Shrek 1 yet, though. But yeah, Shrek 4 absolutely rocks as well. And Shrek 5, there's some talk from a while back about Illumination purchasing the film. I don't think that's still going to happen, but you know, considering how Illumination works and all, yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised if they tried to make a sort of sequel reboot thing out of it. As if we don't already have enough reboots. Powerpuff Girls, Ghostbusters, the Disney live-action remakes, the whole Teen Titans Go fiasco, anything related to Thomas, you get the point. But yeah, happy birthday, Shrek. You deserve all the love you get.